I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret about me. I absolutely hate basements. Basements terrify me. Like, what do you mean there is a whole nother space underneath my house where a random man could live? Now, this probably sounds strange considering my second channel is literally called Alaska's Basement. My Discord server is called Alaska's Basement. Where do all 1.9 million of my subscribers live in? My basement. But in all honesty, I completely avoid basements, especially when building in BLOXBURG. Like, when was the last time I built a house in BLOXBURG and added a basement? I don't think I ever have. So today I'm gonna face my fears by building an entire house in BLOXBURG only using my basement game pass. AKA, I'm gonna be building all of you guys a home to live in because right now you don't have a home and I'm gonna build you one. Well, I guess this is the perfect time to name my plot Alaska's Basement, literally. Okay, so in build mode, obviously we've got the basement game pass. We can just add a massive basement here, but we obviously need a catfish house to go on top of it. So what I'm gonna do is just add a little tiny catfish house. So when someone walks past my house, they won't think anything of it. They'll just think, oh, ew, that's like an ugly house. I wouldn't want to break into it. But in all honesty, I'm gonna make this basement house so fancy on the inside, but it's fine because no one's going to know and no one's going to break in. So I genuinely do not care what this house looks like. It's like a material I hate using. Oh, red bricks.
Ew, you nasty ass bitch!
See, if I saw this house on the street, I'm gonna be leaving it alone. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm not gonna be touching it. There we go. That's our house. Isn't she beautiful? I think another thing to throw people off is overgrown bushes. I want it to look like no one lives in this house. But then again, I don't want this to look like a complete homeless house. Then I'm gonna have like squatters breaking in. Oh my god. Speaking of squatters, I need to tell you guys something. I was on TikTok the other day and I know at least one of you would have seen this video that came up on my For You page. But there was this woman living with her boyfriend, right? And they could hear stuff going on inside the attic. Obviously, they didn't think anything of it, right? They called their landlord and they said, hey, we can hear stuff going on in the attic. Can you please pop by and like see what's going on up there? And I don't think the landlord ended up coming by because obviously landlords suck. So one day when her boyfriend was at work, she started hearing noises in the attic. If any of you have a basement, you kind of have this little lever that you can kind of walk up and pop your head through the attic. Anyway, she done that and she quickly just flashed a photo of the inside of her attic. And this is what she saw. Feel free to skip like the next 10 seconds, but yeah, this is what she saw in her attic. And that was the person making sounds. Like, are you joking? I would move out. Okay, anyway, this is my fake house. It is complete. So now for the inside. Now, obviously we need to make this thing into a big fat basement. So we're gonna have to have stairs coming directly down. Now, this part gets a little bit confusing. We're gonna have to make this entire thing a basement and then gonna come up with our own little floor plan. Gosh, you know what I realized with this house, guys? This house is going to have no windows, like no source of natural light. Stop, I might cry. I don't want to live in here. As soon as you walk in the basement, this can be a little living room area right here. So we can make this the living room. And I'm thinking kitchen here. This can definitely be the dining room. I feel like the dining room look cool here. I think I'm going to make this basement 2 bedroom. So this can be bedroom number 1 with its own little ensuite. Oh, and speaking of ensuites, we probably need a bathroom. And these little spaces here, they're just going to be empty. So nothing's going to go in here. It's kind of just to fill in empty voids. And also, can we add a pool in the basement? We can. Anyway, what I'm going to be adding is like a massive underground backyard. Like I'm talking pool room, little wine cellar, massive courtyard, tennis court. Oh my god. Okay, so that's gonna be the pool room, and then this is gonna be like the gym, so we can have basketball court, tennis court maybe. Wait, would a basketball court even fit? Wait, no, it won't. You know what, that's just way too big. I'm just gonna make my own tennis court. That is ridiculously sized. Also, another little build hack that I'm gonna do, add fake windows. So right here in this little idle space, we're gonna have some plants, some lights, kind of make it look like a fake window. I think that is the layout of our basement house complete. So now we just have to start decorating it. But before we do that, we have to cover it up. Right now, you're able to see the basement from the outside and we can't be having that. All right, that's a little bit better. So I want this house to feel very luxurious because I mean, it literally is a basement. So if you guys think I'm doing classic basement, you have been mistaken. I'm going for fancy basement. For example, checkered floors in the kitchen. Why? Because we're fancy. What do you even do in basements? Please enlighten me. I feel like no one in Australia has a basement. So if you have a basement, please let me know what is in your basement. Like, what do you do with all that random space underneath you? If I had a basement, I feel like I would turn it into a movie room. That also raises my next question. Does anyone here live in their basement? Living in a basement would be so good if you had night shift and you had to work throughout the entire night and you had to sleep during the day. But I feel like the lack of sun would make me so depressed.
But imagine how tired we are.
Oh, I actually was friends with someone who lived in a basement. Okay, technically it wasn't a basement, but it had no windows. Okay, I need to find me a nice aesthetic wall decal for my basement house. Okay, this one's kind of cute. Oh my god, see what I mean? Elijah. 1 year ago said slay, Alaska slay. Elijah, how the hell did you know I'd be here? Save me time. I'm gonna change all of these decals now. So all I have to do is copy and paste them. Okay, I've changed all my decals. This is my Pinterest, by the way. It literally has all my decal codes. So feel free to copy them. Okay, the reason I want to make this basement so light, because basements in general are so incredibly dark. And this is my way of getting over my fear of basements. Also, I don't know if this is gonna look good, but I found this decal code. It's kind of like a wine cellar. Always wanted to have a wine cellar in my basement. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a fake little wall here and 2 sliding doors like this. I love how the first room I'm doing is the wine cellar. Oh, okay. Look at this wine cellar. Also, I just realized this is the only source of light in our basement. Look how scary the rest of this house looks like. Oh my god. Stop, I'm scared. Okay, well, now that that's done, let's finally start working on a room that actually matters, aka the living room. The living room is kind of as soon as you walk in on the left. So I want to make this feel very cozy and warm. Not even kidding, my whole goal here is to make this house look as luxurious as possible, so I'm not scared. I'm trying to make this house look like a classic 2023 luxurious mansion. Oh my god, guys, wait. I have an idea, but you can't judge me. What if we add fake windows? Hear me out, okay? We add a painting and we search up beach view window, something like this, and then add that in the basement. Oh my god, that is giving me Black Mirror vibes. I hate it, but I love it. Hey, that's pretty good though, because if we ever get sick of living at the beach, we just have to change the decal, and then boom, before you know it, you're living in like friggin' Puerto Rico or somewhere, you know? I feel like that definitely made this basement house look a little less unsettling. So are we adding a fireplace in the basement? I feel like that's definitely a bit of a hazard. If we start a fire, I fear there's no way of getting out. You know what? It's fine. It's whatever. Live, laugh, love. You know what, guys? My fear isn't basements. My fear is not being alone in the basement. Because the thought of living in a basement isn't that scary. It's the thought that someone could potentially be in there with you. Look how cute this glamorous console table is. I've never used it. Yeah, we're just gonna have a slab of wood as our coffee table. Nothing more, nothing less. Literally just a slab of wood. Fine. Maybe a little marble gloss on top, okay? Sorry, I had to, alright? What's the saying? Don't eat the player. Don't play the game, eat the player? What? Don't hate the game, hate the player. That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza brings me comfort, so we're gonna have some pizza boxes on the couch. Oh, look how cute the ceiling light is. Now, don't get me wrong, this living room so far is such a vibe, but as soon as I put the roof on, everything is just turning into a nightmare. I feel like no matter how much lighting I add, it's just not enough. Why does everything look so scary?
God doesn't hide in heaven because he afraid of what he created. He's afraid of Larry.
Okay, I think our living room is finally done. So now for the kitchen. Before I add anything, I'm making sure there is light. This lack of lighting is spooking me out. If your kitchen has a family in it, wait. If your kitchen has a family in it, if what? Wait, I'm glitching. Hold on. If your basement has a kitchen in it, I know for a fact that your family is loaded. My goal of this kitchen and this house in general is to just make it feel like a normal house. Totally normal house, nothing weird. That's the goal. You know, I'm low-key rocking with this kitchen. It's kind of a vibe, is it not? Kitchens make me feel rich. Like, yes, I have a kitchen in my basement. Wee. Oh, there's a little jar of fireflies. how cute. You can suffer down here in the basement with us. Bro, I'm low-key getting mad at myself. Like, because I swear I'm out here building kitchens all the time. They turn out like mediocre, I would say. Nothing too special. So tell me why this kitchen looks so beautiful. All right, well, kitchen's done. Now have our dining room. Why is it so big? I literally made this huge. Like, calm down. I was low-key scared of the size. It was so big. Oh my god, that's what she said. You know what? Never mind. Gosh, guys, should we add another fake window here? Add another fake window. Why not? And if we're adding a fake window, we of course need fake blinds. Ah, look at that. Our beautiful artificial window. I know this is going to be a little bit creepy, but let's say we want to make a fake sunset. Put light boxes at the back here. Make this a sunset color. Are you ready? Boom. We have a fake sunset in our fake dining room with our fake window. Excuse me, why the hell is the floor orange? I want a round coffee table, but all these tables are so small, so we're gonna custom make one. Oh my gosh, this table looks so ridiculously big. Although my question with round tables is how do you decorate them? You know, instead of decorating it, how about we just use cutlery? I feel like that's the safest option. I mean, technically we can have like an obnoxious amount of flowers. Flowers always look nice in the middle of the table. Oh my god, this is starting to look like a wedding. And then in this little corner here, we can have our dish cabinet. Okay, well, I'm officially creeped out because our dining room currently does not look like it's in the basement. I'm feeling very weird right now. But the next room we have is the bedroom. But before that, we have this obnoxiously open space right here, and I really want to fill it in because you guys know how much I hate big scary open spaces like this, especially if it's in a basement. So we're gonna fill this in with a fake pool table. I don't even think I know how to build a pool table, but we're gonna try. Well, we need a top layer for that green turf. We need something on the side, otherwise the balls are literally just gonna fall off the sides. So thinking vertical planks. The thing with vertical planks is you can lift them up, and this way all we need to do is add the little balls on the table using spears. Guys, how many balls are in a pool table set? Because I'm gonna be honest, I've got no freaking clue. I'm just gonna add a triangle. All right, we've got our balls, and then of course our little sticks. There we go. Now we have a pool table. I also don't think plants are livable down here, but I'm adding them anyway. It's fine. They can be artificial plants, okay? I hate the fact that I made this basement house so awkward. Like, what even is this room right here? You know what someone does with a space like that? They cry themselves to sleep. That's what they do. I mean, maybe we could make this a little library. These are just a bunch of books you guys can read while you're stuck in the basement. Look how ominously creepy this hallway looks. You know what I need to do? There we go, I fixed it. It's no longer giving me nightmares. Now for our gorgeous little bedroom. Now, do you guys remember at the beginning of the video where I said I'd make this a little garden? This is the time. So we're gonna add plants and everything down the bottom here. I want it to feel like your own little rainforest, pretty much. Like we're even gonna add our own little tree in here. Full rainforest vibes. And then we're gonna go in our inventory, add some waterfalls at the back here. Make this out of stone. Add some fancy lights. Cover this up. Then add some windows. There we go. We have our own little touch of paradise in our bedroom. So as much as I love my bedroom, I don't know why I made it so small. The only way this would work is if our bed was facing that way. Yeah! Work. Then we could kind of make it work. So at the end of the video, you best believe I'm making all these windows a different view, okay? In our bedroom, we're gonna be freaking living in Dubai. In the hallway, we're gonna be living in Los Angeles. Expect the unexpected, I say. Okay, as much as I hate basements and find them creepy, the only exception would be my bedroom. I'd low-key love to have a bedroom in the basement, but at the same time, I would definitely sleep in and not wake up. I have blackout blinds, so whenever I put them on, I will accidentally sleep in for like hours, so I don't know about that one. Okay, this can be our desk, our computer to spy on people. This is going to be our massive TV wall. Duh. And then finally for our closet, I want a nice walk-in wardrobe. My clothes consist of literally just black suits. That's all I wear. That's all you're gonna get. Next room is our bathroom. This hurts my soul because I love to have windows in my bathroom. So the fact that I can't have any right now is driving me a little crazy. It's okay. Peace and love, peace and love. See, personally, if I lived in a basement, basement, I feel like I would be very stinky. Alright, think about it. We're not getting any fresh air down there. So we have to make sure we're getting a good bathe in our bathroom. My bathroom is starting to look like a snake skin. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. See, the shower's done, but tell me this doesn't look like the inside of a snake. Also, I'm gonna have a fancy looking sink. I want it to blend in with the tiles on the wall. So like that. Oh, perfect. Mwah. French kiss. I meant chef's kiss. Ooh, oui, French kiss. Ooh. See, the bathroom doesn't feel like it's in a basement. That is because a lot of bathrooms already technically have no windows. Also have a little storage unit in here, you know, just in case we need some supplies, if you know what I mean. Okay, someone decides to break in my basement as I'm on the loo. Okay, bathroom is complete. Now, before I work on your bedroom, I'm gonna finish the outdoor pool room and the tennis court. Kind of have a rough idea for what I want to do for the pool room. I want to make it feel like a zen spa. So don't worry, we're not cheaping out. We're adding a deep pool. I want this to feel so relaxing. You completely forget you're in a basement. The back here, I want comfy lounge chairs. The biggest, juiciest plants you've ever seen in your life. And it's fine. There's not going to be any spiders on these plants, considering we're in a basement. Just when you thought I was done, boom, waterfalls. And of course, on the other side, we're going to have more lounge chairs. I'm going to make this feel like the Four Seasons in my basement. Now, we're going to add an umbrella. You're probably like, Alaska, why are you adding an umbrella? Not like you get any sun down here. It is for the big fat chandelier light going directly on the roof. So now all I gotta do is fix up the lighting and our pool room is complete. Can we just round of applause to how beautiful she looks? Yes, the walls are made out of dirt stains. Shut up.
She looks beautiful, okay?
Now, last room in our basement house is of course the tennis court. Basketball court? I actually don't even know what I'm gonna put in here, to be honest. I think we're just gonna make this a basketball court. Never mind, the walls are too small to have it as a basketball court. Well, tennis court it is.
2 seconds later.
Gee, you know what? Let's just make this a soccer court. I keep changing sports. I'm indecisive, alright? There we go. Our tennis court. I meant soccer court. And these decals can have the scores on the wall. That's kind of smart. This is gonna be the smallest tennis court ever. You know what we could do to make this feel like it's outdoors? We could add some track lighting in the middle. Lighting definitely changes the mood of your room. I mean, if we use track lighting in our little soccer room, then it will feel like a soccer field. Duh. Okay, our soccer room is done. Last but not least, we have one final room to do. Now, this can either be your guys' bedrooms or the movie theater. And I think I'm gonna make it your bedroom. So if this is where you guys are staying, I'm gonna make it as beautiful as possible. Just for my little Alaskans, you know, make you guys feel nice and at home, if you will. So I'm gonna make this your bedroom. This is gonna be your bedroom. If 1.9 million of my subscribers are gonna be staying in this room, we of course need to make it fit for everyone. So we need to make sure these bedrooms are nice and big, kind of like this. And I'm gonna give you guys a nice comfy camping cot to sleep on, made out of dirt, of course, your favorite material. You obviously need a toilet, so I'm gonna add a bucket, maybe 2 just in case the other one's full. Okay, I think this is beautiful. I mean, let me know in the comments if you guys like your new bedroom, if you guys want me to add anything, maybe a chamber pot. On a good note though, our basement house is fully complete. So it's now time to have a look at the finished result. Now this basement house comes to a total of $300,000. So it better look good. Oh gosh, I'm scared. Ew, look how scary it looks. I hate it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay, wait, not too scary. It's giving me like this airy feeling because I definitely know it's a basement, but it's not too creepy. Like, I don't hate it. So, this is the dining room. In the dining room, we live in the beach in a coastal house. Definitely not the basement. This is our little pool table. And if we make our way to the living room, oh, wow, what a surprise. We now live in New York City. Again, definitely not in the basement. Now, right next to the living room, we've got the kitchen. I like the fact that you can kind of like watch TV as you're in the kitchen. And then if we make our way right across, we have my bedroom. Any guesses where we live in our bedroom? If you guessed the lake, then you guessed correctly. Yes, we now live in Lakeside House, where I like to relax in my lakeside house while playing my favorite video game. We've got a little walk-in wardrobe. Over here, we have our bathroom. I have a love-hate relationship with this bathroom. On one end, it's kind of nice, but then you look to your left and you're just like, why is there just a random photo of a man cat? All right, this is my chainsaw. I'm gonna keep this just in case. We then then have this very creepy hallway that leads directly to your bedrooms. This is your bedrooms. I hope you enjoy your bed. It's very comfy. Trust me. You will never want to escape, okay? I can promise you that. Just in case you do escape, you then have a beautiful underground pool room to relax in. If you get me to 2 million before the end of May, I will allow you in this pool room for 5 minutes, all right? Now, over here, we have this like random open space. I had no idea what to put here, so I literally just added like books and a wine cellar. So random. And then last but not least, we have our underground soccer field. I actually love the way this turned out. And just a warning, guys, I am half Portuguese, so I am amazing at soccer. It's in my DNA, all right? I don't want to talk about that. Alright, well, that's my basement house all complete. You know, after doing this video, I'm not too scared of basements anymore. That's a lie, I'm still scared of them. Mine turned out okay. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!